the parade commander, Major G.J. Oko.
The president to the Guard of Honor inspection.
7 officers, 96 members of the armed forces of Nigeria, on bail, ready for inspection.
If one person starts something, that is how you start doing this. Please. You can take your shot from wherever you are.
I am very pleased to be here today to witness the handover of newly acquired security equipment and assets to the Lagos State Police Command by His Excellency the Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, on behalf of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. There is no doubt that this equipment being handed over today will go a long way in boosting the morale of the police and further enhance their capacity to fight crime and combat criminality. This is even more touching in the light of the unwarranted violence that ensued in the wake of the ANSWER protests last October, which saw the security architecture in Lagos State being severely damaged. It is commendable that Lagos State, the center of excellence, has shown a truly resilient spirit in the face of the massive destruction suffered last October. I acknowledge the initiative taken to kickstart the rebuilding process through the establishment of the Lagos State Rebuild Trust Fund and through this very laudable effort by the Lagos State Security Trust Fund. I enjoin other state governments to emulate your bold, proactive, and resourceful initiative. The federal government takes very seriously our constitutional oath to secure the lives and properties of the Nigerian people. We are well aware of the fact that lasting security is a necessary foundation for business, investment, and true prosperity. This is why we have demonstrated and to continue to demonstrate our commitment to comprehensive police reform in Nigeria. Indeed, no federal government since 1999 has been as committed as our administration to reforming and repositioning the police force and the national policing architecture. In 2019, I signed into law Act establishing the Police Trust Fund, the first in the history of the force, to provide guaranteed funding to support police welfare, logistics, and equipment. In September 2020, I assented to the bill amending the Nigerian Police Act, which was originally enacted in 1943. This new act, a vast improvement over the old one, among other things, spells out the modalities for the implementation of a national community policing scheme in Nigeria. This new scheme will build confidence within our local communities and make them active stakeholders in the safety and security of their environs. We are currently recruiting 10,000 new police officers to reinforce our personnel capacity across the country. In addition to this, I have directed the National Salaries, Incomes, and Wages Commission to carry out an upward review of police salaries and benefits. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, even as we strive to improve police welfare and capacity, we equally have our expectations of them. First, let me commend the Inspector General of Police and the entire force for the recent efforts to restore peace to troubled parts of the country. I have charged the Inspector General of Police to leave no stone unturned in rebuilding the morale of his officers and men, especially in the aftermath of the mindless violence associated with the end-SARS protests, as well as the recent spate of attacks on police stations in some parts of the country. We will act firmly and decisively against any and all persons fomenting or carrying out attacks on our police force and other security personnel. Let me also use this opportunity to reiterate that my directive to security agencies to shoot any person or persons found illegally wielding AK-47s and other assault weapons remain in place. As Commander-in-Chief, my primary responsibility remains the security of the country and the safety of all citizens. Despite the many challenges we are facing, I want Nigerians to rest assured that we will secure this country. We will secure our infrastructure, our highways, our communities, and our forests, and we will secure the lives of our people.
We're extremely delighted to have His Excellency here with us today to commission a series of landmark projects in transportation and security. The Lagos-Ibadan rail line, apart from its obvious importance to the national economy, is one of the most momentous investments that any federal government in the history of Nigeria has ever had in Lagos State. We have always been a strong believer in the principle of government working together for the benefit of its people. Security is one such area that requires active and continuing collaboration across all tiers of government. Lagos State is very proud to have pioneered the establishment of the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, a model that has since gone on to be replicated in several other states in our country. The idea of a security trust fund is simply to mobilize private sector financing and support to equip our law enforcement and security agencies in terms of equipment, logistics, and welfare. In the almost 14 years since it was established, the fund has committed substantial resources to making Lagos the safest, most secure, and most prosperous commercial location in the whole of Africa. Today, Mr. President, we're handing over the following brand new crime-fighting equipment to the Lagos Police Command and other security operatives. We're handing over 150 double cabin vehicles, 30 saloon patrol vehicles, 1,000 bulletproof vests, 1,000 ballistic helmets. We're handing over 1,000 handheld police walkie, talkie, and radio. We're handing over 200 security patrol bikes. We're handing over 5 armored personnel carriers. We're handing 4 high-capacity truck carriers. We're handing over 2 riot water cannon, which we got the support from the ITP in Abuja. And we're also handing over other command furniture and other accessories that will be used in the office for our various security operatives. We're handing over this equipment as our own way of assisting both the Nigerian police force to rebuild the violence and the destruction that followed the unfortunate incidents that we saw last October. As you know, police personnel and infrastructure were significantly impacted by this incident. Since then, the state has been feeling the negative effects, the rising wave of criminal activity by persons who clearly seeking to take advantage of our seemingly vulnerability. Your Excellency, Mr. President, distinguished guests, no society can survive without a motivated and well-equipped police force. Hoodlums and criminals know this, hence the relentless attack on police installations nationwide. It is our responsibility as a government to ensure that their nefarious aims are not achieved. There's a Yoruba proverb that says that anybody that demonstrates gratefulness for yesterday's kindness will surely receive more. I wish I can translate that to you, Mr. President, in Yoruba, but it's gratifying and heartwarming that we want to thank you for what you have done for us and what we are assured that you are still planning to do for us. As the nation's largest subnational economy, most populous state, and the state with the smallest landmark, we occupy a very unique position in our country. And it is in this vein that we make passionate requests for you to grant Lagos a special economic status.
The donation, which covers important security and policing equipment, is coming at the right time and well certain when the police and other security agencies need help. The state government has continued to provide unique and innovative models for funding and supporting security operations in the state. It is our hope that other state governments will key into some of these initiatives. I am particularly grateful to the President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a man of uncommon vision and passion, for personally coming to witness and give his fatherly blessing to this event. I want to assure Mr. President, as well as the Governor, and all the people of Lagos State, that the MPF and other beneficiaries of this donation of these equipments and tools will be put into judicious use effectively and efficiently in advancing the collective safety of Lagosians and Nigerians in general. Once again, I thank you all as I restate our loyalty, commitment, and determination to reclaim all public spaces from the hands of hoodlums and continue to work with all stakeholders in strengthening security and public safety. I rest also.